Welcome again. It's your boy Eldorado, and as you can see today, we're live with living colors. Now, going forward, I really want to do videos like these where we can really talk and explain things. I think this is more interactive and doing tutorials just the same. Some things I really want to talk about today is common producer mistake, and I have jotted down a couple notes here. So we can really talk about this while doing it. Now, the first one on this list is not learning the software. You can't say you're a producer and not even learn one of the software. That not sound right. You know, I mean, you have producers where buy beat and them carry the artist go to studio, or then go to studio go look artist or whatever the case may be, and then them voice artists get the song mix and put it out. But not learning a software, can be very detrimental because you're not going to be familiar with the sound or the programming of certain things. So you have to learn at least one software. There are many DAWs out there, and it's essential for even beat makers learning the software in and out before jump into another software. I mean, some software might not be the ideal software for you when you're starting out. So demoing softwares for beat making or recording or mixing, there are a lot of software out there can really test. Now, the second one on this list is releasing songs without promoting. I mean, sometimes I really want to drop certain songs from people, like Bomb, but there are majority of the time it's best if you promote your single first before you actually release it. Now, in a way you can do this, you can really send it off to the streaming platform like a week or a week and a half in advance, so you get in majority of the stores, because what I have noticed, some distributors have up to 200 plus stores, so you give it time for it to reach in the stores. In essence, in that time period you can really promote your music while it coming up to the release date. Because for instance, Spotify, it is best to send your music off like a week in advance, so it's possible that it reach in some playlist. So if you're the type of person like want a release in 3 days or same day releasing or so forth like that, I can guarantee that the songs now reach in a majority of the stores, and it is not good for you to release your music without even promoting or make people know say the song forward or so forth like that. So releasing your music without promoting, I think is a wrong way to go about doing your music as a producer or an artist if you're watching this. The third one on this list is copying other artists. Nothing is wrong, but if you continuously do it, your music starts sound like everybody else. Now, one of the more prominent things when we can understand with the internet and mainstream artists is like mainstream artists always trying to use some different type of beat. There are times when they use some beats sounding like the internet beat, but you understand that like some of the beats are sounding different. And beat makers on a whole, a lot of times they try to really mimic stuff like that and try to put it out, and other producer might try to copy the artist without trying to do something very unique. So I think copying other artists too much can lead to not being, it can be a very detrimental mistake, where I think you really have to look in yourself and say, all right, what gonna make me stand out and what go, make me sound different from the rest. So the next one that I have here on the list is laziness. Yes, some producer just damn lazy. You know, so think about this. How you want to make it or do music and just lazy about it? I mean, sometimes you can take your breaks and put in excessive amount of work and take your breaks. Yes, nothing is wrong with taking breaks, but at the same breath and speed, you can't really complain when you have to make beats, when you have to mix songs, especially when you are work for hire mixing engineer. You can't really say, boy, you're going to do this XYZ amount a day and whatever the case may be. I mean, if you pack up with work, that's different. But if you're a producer, you're just lazy, I mean, you go always fall back. And a lot of things, a lot of times, signing go on with artists with some lazy producers. And I think artists really feel looking at themselves and say what them can really gain, because it's always something have to be gained when working with producers and beat makers. Now, another thing on the list is comparing music, comparing your music with the professionals. I mean, if the people who are mainstream, like mainstream producers and mainstream artists, don't really compare their music, because at the end of the day, they are getting their music mixed by very good engineer, and they are practically distributing the songs with the same distributor that we are using. Hence, no, if you say it wrong for you to compare your music done so with the people who up your so. No, I think you can strive to reach there. Nothing is wrong with that. But the comparison, alright, this are not sound good and that not sound good. You just have to just be you, and do the music. Now, another thing on this list where producers is just a mistake is quitting before them really go through a certain battling of the music. I mean, the music kind of hard differently because everybody are trying to bust. So so everybody are going to try to go harder or try to do something unique. But I'm going to say different. I'm going to try to do something unique so them stand out. I mean, you can produce it like 3 years and really work out certain way yet. But it not necessarily means you have to give in to despair or why your music not reaching here or why your music not reaching there. I mean, it takes excessive amount of work to really reach there. So if you know you're going to quit, don't start. You see, because you have to have a very, very, very strong will in music. I mean, some people just get lucky, but after the luck, what next? You really start faced with pressure from doing excessive amount of shows. You have recording to do. You have here stuff to go, there stuff to go, hours to put in. It can get really, really stressing. So after a while, that's why you have some of these artists, they are one-hit wonders, because laziness takes them up among other things. So, which lead to the quitting of the music. So, if me miss out anything, or if you think, say, my points are invalid, please do leave some comments below and subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and I'll catch you in another video. Until next time, it's your boy Eldorado. Peace out.